Hello, televiewers. Good evening and welcome to Prime R on my media Prime. We are sorry for the late start. We make machines at times they decide to play a fast one on us. Today, on this edition of the program, we are going to be looking at the importance of personal development in an African economy. Do you want to win in an African economy? Do you want to win in Cameroon's economy? You need to build yourself personally so that you can stand out and be the champion in any domain that you are surviving. If you want to stand out in religion, there is need to grow yourself personally. If you want to stand out in the financial world, you need to grow yourself. If you want to stand out in the world of sports, you need to grow yourself personally. That is what is going to be a focus for tonight's edition of Prime R. We're looking at what it takes to build ourselves up personally, but we are going to start with looking at the importance of this aspect in our lives with our regular panelists who are seated in the house. Mr. NEBA Paul is already there with us. He is an ambassador of Audacity. Yes. Audacity of Success. Success, yes. We are glad to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here this evening, Mr. Leo. I salute all our viewers who have been with us for the past months. Today is a very great day because we are tackling a very important topic. As you can see, I'm dressed in the billionaire's mindset. That's because we are already in the spirit of tomorrow. The event of the billionaire's mindset that is taking place at Aqua tomorrow. So wherever you are watching, just keep it in mind that we are already tomorrow together as we pull through this day.
Okay, Lonarika Ngutesi, Miss L, we're glad to have you.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Good evening, everybody. I'm happy to be here today. I'm really excited about the topic because it somehow comes across what we'll be doing tomorrow. So I encourage everybody to stay tuned so we can talk about this together.
Miss L, you're also in the billionaire mindset.
Yeah.
You're in the spirit.
I'm blessed. Already in the spirit. We already have today existed. Tomorrow is existing already today. Right, we are already in the BMC mood, the Billionaire Mindset Conference mood. So everybody's dressed in this attire. Okay,
Mr. BUJI LEANCINE is also with us this evening. Good evening, welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Leo. Good evening, billionaires. I address you, billionaires, because we are already in the mode of the Billionaire Mindset Conference, which is going to be taking place tomorrow. So, believing that everything starts in the mind, and definitely as a person, if you believe that you are going to be whatever, and you have a conviction and you work towards it, you will definitely become what you desire to become. So that's why I call you billionaires. We are going to be learning a lot. This topic is timely. As you can see, I'm also on my attire for the Billionaire Mindset Conference tomorrow. We are ready tomorrow.
But you people did not give my own now. You have. I thought
we cannot remove Alaji's dress to wear the billionaire mindset because Alaji.
Okay, we also had the company of Mr. TEKE Samuel. Mr. TEKE is seemingly still not there. We're going to be getting to him through in the course of the program. Now, I'll start with you, Miss L. We're talking about personal development. What do we mean by personal development?
Okay, Mr. Leo, by personal development, I'll first say it's a word that we are hearing so much nowadays. A lot of persons are talking about personal development. People see it in different ways, they see it having different meaning. But I do understand personal development to be a set of informed activities that increases value, that increases one's value. So every form of informed activity, why do I say informed activity? It's an informed activity because it's an activity you carry on that has to do with a present happening or a current situation around you. So you do activities that are going to match what is happening around you. And when you do the both, what happens is the activity meets the time, and because you are working with the time, you begin to add value to yourself, right? So that's what personal development is. Personal development is not just about the money we're talking about, because people feel like, okay, it's all about creating wealth and all that. No. Actually, it's not just that. It goes down to minute things like learning about time management, learning how to greet people, learning how to talk, learning how to associate. Learning, it's a lot. So personal development is a very broad topic.
Okay.
It enhances human capital.
We are talking about personal development. Personal development also has to do with, you are talking about learning, and tomorrow there's going to be a learning process.
Of course.
in Douala. If you're watching us from Bamenda, from Yaoundé, from Boya, wherever you're watching us from, we have been talking about what it takes to be rich. We are talking about, we have been talking about what it takes to be successful in life. And tomorrow there is a clear opportunity for persons to develop themselves. Yes. What is it that persons are going, if you say you want to develop yourself at any other level tomorrow, what will be happening?
Well, tomorrow
out here, you say it's in Aqua?
Yes, Aqua. Hotel Prince de Gal. Hotel Prince de Gal beside Immeuble Activa. From wrong point, it's just 200 francs to drop you there.
It's
how can I say, around Immeuble Soka, you take on your right.
Okay, yeah, just go.
Yeah, so tomorrow we are going to be talking money, and we are going to be looking at the Mr. Teke's journey, and then we are going to be informing ourselves how we can be able to perceive the future and actually be there. Because if you, as it is written somewhere in the billionaire's mindset, if you can't move within and you stand still without. So tomorrow we are going to be looking at that intriguing factor that is supposed to move within you for you to be able to express that worth that you already have, as the universe is so abundant, and yet we need that balance from mind to be able to actually acquire that worth. So there's going to be financial intelligence tomorrow. There's going to be pitching and of course awards of projects. And I mean, Ms. L is going to be very keen tomorrow to pick some people who are going to join the Text Breed, because Text Breed is an active hand of Text Global that was just developed, that is pushing to build the next generation of billionaires. Because we have been talking too much, and it's not good enough for us to keep training people and leaving them to be. We are now training them and bringing them closer and giving them the substance, which is capital, of course, for them to be able to develop their ideas. Because after developing the ideas, we need resources, and financial resources are some of the resources, of course. So
you are using some terms. You talk about tomorrow there's going to be financial what?
Financial intelligence.
Financial intelligence.
Yes.
There's going to be pitching and all. Like, yes. Many persons are watching. They want to get rich, but can you
break it down?
Yes.
The truth is this: we all in the spiritual. Let me put it that way. In the spiritual realm, we all are very rich. We are very rich. We are endowed, but
in heavenly places.
Yes, but economics. Let me put it that way. Economics makes us to understand that resources are scarce, and our needs, our wants are unlimited, and resources are scarce, which is not the case. As I had to learn, and I'm living the life. You know, we all the universe is abundant, and we all have access to riches. But the truth is that within us. We know that we are not rich. We look at other people to be very rich, or people who are entitled to riches, and we are entitled to poverty, and that's why we are living a poverty life. But if we can think within that we are rich, the riches are going to express themselves in our thoughts. But now we have not been thinking that way. That's why tomorrow we are going to have the seminar, the billionaire's mindset, that is going to give us that mind that is going to control the riches that are already ours to come physically, and then to people who have ideas, who think that they can turn them to businesses, they are going to present them tomorrow, and we are going to source them out, those that we think that can be scalable, that's to say they can be profitable, and we give them some finance, some soft loans, as we put it, for them to put in the business. And of course we are not just going to give them and leave them to be. We guide them through giving them knowledge, day-to-day knowledge, to make sure that actually they grow the businesses and succeed. We are going to be doing something different from what the banks do. The banks give you loans and they sit and wait for you to go run the business, come back and pay them. But what Text Breed is doing is that they mold you, give you the money, and keep guiding you on day-to-day basis to make sure that you succeed in that business.
Yes, I want us, we are going to talk about personal development, but because I really want our population to get rich.
Yes.
To get out of their current situation. That is why I want us to look at what is going to be happening tomorrow, because if we are talking about personal development, it starts by attending some of these conferences. Yes. So tomorrow, you say it's financial intelligence,
yes.
Pitching. Yes, when we talk about financial intelligence, what are the people who are going to be there be learning?
Mr. Leo, when I talk about financial intelligence, that is one of the best classes that if you want to think about getting rich, you should consider. financial intelligence is understanding where your money comes from and where it's going to. Understanding what to invest in and what not to invest in. Of course, when we are talking about what to invest in, the first investment that you must take is yourself as a person. Because if I give you want to be a journalist today, and I give you the microphone, give you a media house, you come up here, maybe you embarrass yourself and the whole station, because you don't know what it takes to sit on top of these machines and do these things. So with financial intelligence, you learn things like to differentiate real and fake businesses. Because like last time Mr. Teke was talking about he single-handed some 3 P's of business. We talk about people, process, profit. So all those things he would give them in detail. Now the good thing about it is in 2017, when Mr. TEKE Samuel wrote the book The Billionaire Mindset, the man was not a billionaire. All he had was that mindset,
the vision.
Yes, the mindset of a billionaire. By 2018, 2019, he was already a billionaire. When you look at it, you see that the journey of somebody who desired to become something and became. Then now he said, what is the need of someone succeeding alone? If you are a success, if you are a success story alone, definitely you are a failure. But if you can succeed with others, definitely that's where success, you can talk about success makes sense. So, and as one of our missions at TEKE Group is that we should be able to guide accompany the Cameroonian citizens, the Cameroonian people who actually are hungry to make a change in their lives, to actually enjoy the financial freedom. So apart from talking here, we say, okay, let's have a gathering tomorrow. You sit so that you can meet people. You will meet Miss L, you will meet Mr. Paul, you will meet of course Mr. Leo, you are invited to be there. So if someone wants to see Mr. Leo, those are places.
You invited me?
You were already invited. You're already part of this family, so every Friday we are together. This team, we plan it together, so you have to be there.
Okay, Mr. Teke should be online. Mr. Teke, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Mr. Leo. I don't understand your dressing today. What's happening?
The billionaire is trillionaire.
I'm the billionaire now. Mr. Teke, my question is, we are talking about understanding what it takes to be a billionaire and personal development, and tomorrow is going to be one of the key moments for Cameroonians to develop themselves so that they can change their status. How cheap and how expensive is it to attend such platforms like what is going to happen out here in Cameroon, Douala tomorrow? Because it is often described as expensive now, but when we look at it comparatively to what you gain, it is it's for free now. What's going to be happening out here in Aqua tomorrow?
Thank you so much, Leo. So this is it. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm supposed to make a judgment, what is happening tomorrow is almost free. It's like a free event. So the fee people are paying to enable them attend the meeting for tomorrow is almost free. So what I am going to say is tomorrow I'm going to be taking people to understand the journey to understand that it's going to be a national movement this time around, not a personal movement. Because when it comes to personal development, everybody begins to feel that, okay, whatever I'm doing is what I'm going to do to better my life. So I want to take the average Cameroonian, the people that the audience we're going to have tomorrow, I want to shift them from a personal understanding of their success to making them to understand that an individual can only become successful if they care so much about their national success. So what we are going to be learning tomorrow will move us away from individualistic tendencies to a generalistic tendency or to a national tendency. People are going to be learning what it means, what collaboration, or the importance of collaboration and unity as a nation, as a community, as a people, for individual success to be achieved is beyond what they have been learning. That's what we will see tomorrow. It's beyond what they have been taught in school. If you go to school, they teach you and they tell you, write your exam. If you pass, you take the result home. Your exam is just for you. But tomorrow we are going to be learning what it means to come together as a force and build a strong nation, a strong community, and a strong people. It requires all of us. The approach for tomorrow is going to be different. It's something we've not seen before. I made a statement during the Audacity of Success, and I told them, I said, there can never be a new Cameroon without a new Cameroonian. That means for us to be able to get or see the Cameroon all of us are aspiring, all of us are fighting for, we as Cameroonians need to first of all become that Cameroon that we expect. So I cannot be sleeping and decide not to work and I'm blaming the government and I expect the country to do better, because there is no Cameroon without Cameroonians. So Cameroon is existing because there are Cameroonians. So Cameroon can only become a better Cameroon if there are better Cameroonians. That's the approach we'll be taking our people to tomorrow, so they can see their role, their parts that they need to play for national growth and personal growth. If personal growth is in place and they understand collaboration, unity, and support as citizens of this nation, then the entire Cameroon is going to be better. If we are having 300 persons attending that event, for example, and these 300 persons become successful in the next 6 months, it means 300 human beings out of 25 million Cameroonians are successful. These guys will have businesses, these guys will pay tax, and the government will have increase in the income that they are going to generate. So everyone should get ready. Tomorrow, know that it's no longer I alone, it's going to be we. How do we take the we approach? That's where I'll be taking our audience tomorrow. How do we take the we approach? Everybody has been I have my business, I'm doing my business, but tomorrow we're going to be seeing a new approach. How do we make it work? How do we make it better? How do we fix what we are complaining about? It's going to be the we approach tomorrow.
Mr. Teke, specifically, what are some of those modules that are going to be handled tomorrow, and how important are these to Cameroonians, especially in the context of our economy now?
Okay, thank you. Tomorrow we are going to be looking at something I call the 8 tires of a successful vehicle as far as entrepreneurship and financial success is concerned. And one of those we're going to be looking at is teamwork. What it requires to build a team, understand a team, discover a team, and know the right team. Another one we're going to be looking at is something I call the cash flow system. How do you position yourself in a place where you have cash flowing in and out into your system, into your business, or into your life? This is what most Cameroonian entrepreneurs, young Cameroonian entrepreneurs, are missing. And that is what we are going to be exposing to them. We are also going to be looking at things like leadership. It's also one aspect in which an entrepreneur or a successful business person need to understand. How do you get leadership tendencies involved as a business person? In Cameroon, if they talk about leadership, we are thinking it's only for the politicians or church leaders and all of that. But as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, as a student, you need to understand the place for leadership if success needs to be in place. So these are a few things we're going to be looking at. We'll also be talking about mission, talking about attitude towards success, the mission towards success, your team towards success, cash flow system. We're going to talk about communication. What's the importance of communication? Most of the challenges we have in our businesses today and in our country as a whole is because communication is lacking. There's a gap, there's a breach that people are scrambling to fill up something, and the only thing we need to fill up in that gap is communication. If we can train our people to communicate properly, everybody will understand where we are going to, and life will become easier and better for us.
Okay. Mr. Teke, is it everybody was invited there tomorrow Can I come there?
Mr. Leo, I don't know why you're asking if you can come there, because I already told Mr. BUJI to make an arrangement with you, because we want High TV to cover, we want my Media Prime to cover this program live. So you ask me, you can come there. First, as an individual, you're already part of this system, so you don't need to be invited, you are there. But as my Media Prime, I told Mr. BUJI to get my Media Prime to cover this program live. I want it to be covered live on Facebook. My Media Prime will take it live, and other TV stations, because the information we are going to be releasing tomorrow, we want everybody to participate. Now, those that have already paid for the event are actually coming in as sacrificial lamb, or to those who are not opportune to be there. It's going to be a time where people are going to get something they have never gotten before. For the past months now, I've never had time to prepare for an event, but this time around, I have taken some time to prepare about it, because I want to unveil something new. I want to unveil or bring out a little secret that I followed in 2017. Last night, I was going through my diary, and I picked one of my documents in 2017, exactly the document I was going to write the billionaire mindset, and something blew my mind. So tomorrow is not just going to be natural knowledge, as we know. There's a lot of spiritual aspects that's going to be attached to it. And anybody, I am showing them, anybody that is attending that event, if you come to that event and you go back the same, that means you didn't pay attention. But my prayer is that at least 98% of everyone that attend that event will go back with a change of attitude, a change of mentality, and a change of life.
TEKE, so persons who are in Bamenda this night, if they are watching us, they can take the first vehicle tomorrow morning. No, it won't be possible. They can only
this night. This night, so they can arrive.
If you are watching us from Yaoundé, you can take the next available bus to Yaoundé. It is true. Mr. TEKE, I want you to still be there. Some persons may think that traveling from Yaoundé to Douala to attend what you are going to be telling the world tomorrow could be expensive. Can we understand how cheap such opportunities are compared with staying back home?
On this event, I think those that are coming from far, what they are going to spend more is just their transportation. This event is just 10,000 plus a copy of the billionaire mindset. The billionaire mindset is sold for 5,000. So that means they are paying just 5,000 for this event. It is as cheap as nothing. The money they are paying is just to enable the organizing team to take care of their hall rentals and all other things. So this event is free as far as I'm concerned. And the reason we're making it free is because I told myself I want as many persons that can attend to come. All you have to do as a price you're going to pay is your time, your transportation, and your willingness. And I assure you, it will never be the same. If you leave tomorrow with the same experience or the same attitude you came in, that means my name is not TEKE Samuel.
Mr. TEKE, what's motivating you to do this for Cameroonians? You love Cameroonians more than the ministers?
I am a Cameroonian, and so Cameroon is my responsibility. What I'm doing is I'm doing my own part as a Cameroonian, and this is what every Cameroonian is supposed to do. So I'm just contributing my own part because I understand the system of education in Cameroon. So what I am doing now is not part of the system of education in Cameroon. It's something we're introducing. I know it, I have learned it. So if all I can do is to give it back to the Cameroonians for free, then I have done my own part as a good citizen of this country.
Mr. TEKE, many persons think that it's very difficult to succeed in Cameroon. Why do you still believe that it's possible to make it here?
Because by experience or from experience, I have noticed one thing, that there are no dry lands, there are only dry people. And that is why our focus is not Cameroon, it is the people. Cameroon is rich, Cameroon is wealth, Cameroon is everything. Cameroon has all the capacity for success, but the Cameroonians don't understand what they have. That's why our focus is the people. Like I said, there are no dry lands, there are only dry people. So if we can convert dry people to become wet, then the Cameroonian soil is going to be wet with milk, with honey, with everything that we are talking about. The country has it, our land has all the resources, but we need to know how to tap into those resources, and that's how we are doing it. So everybody that's saying it's difficult to make it in Cameroon, I'm your right block. I can actually show you what to do. All you need to do is to be patient enough to learn. And that is why after the meeting tomorrow, I'm going to be opening up something I announced, I think, 2 Fridays ago at my media prime, entrepreneurship and spirituality. It's a new online course I want to be taking for special people. I'm going to be training them. Some will be for 3 months, some will be for 6 months. I will take them through the journey of entrepreneurship, the attitude of an entrepreneur, and how to succeed as an entrepreneur.
Mr. Teke, you are very young, eh? I'm sure you are my junior brother. Yes, it's true now. Am I lying? You're my junior brother, but yes. But what's happening in Cameroon is there is a tendency to believe that only those who are advanced in age. When you look at the structure of how the governance system in Cameroon is, we have the tendency that young people are not able to deliver. But when I see the persons working with you, I have Miss L here with me, Mr. BUJI, we have Mr. NEBA Paul, they are all young. Why do you believe that young people can deliver?
Okay, this is very simple. First, the culture or the knowledge that you have to be old enough before you can deliver is because first our educational system. The average Cameroonian, after getting your advanced level, you want to get into university, you get your first degree, then from first degree you can't get a job, you want to do masters, from masters you want to do PhD, from there you want to write concours. So people take all of their youthful age that they're supposed to use to work and make life better to go to school. Then by the time they graduate and finish all of those PhD and they write all of those concours, they're already old. That's that's the first thing they're looking at. So look at most of those people that are old and making it, they spend all of their time trying to go to school. Then our system never taught us that as a young person you can go there and make it. They tell us go to school first. So now we are bringing a new understanding to them that success does not have respect for age. It doesn't. It doesn't have respect for your region. It doesn't have respect for who you are, whether you are black, tall, white, whatever. So age is not a factor. What matters for success, number one, is the decision you make. No matter the time you make that decision, if you decide in your heart that I want to do this and I'm going to succeed in it, you start doing it. What makes people successful is not the country, it is the universe, the creator. So the creator looks at your heart and looks at your intention and says, this guy is right, I am going to use him as a yardstick to those who never believe that it is possible. So I believe every young person that is following me have the tendency to succeed because our source, the person backing us up, is greater than any nation, than any government, is greater than any politician. So we put our forces together with the right intention. No matter how young you are, you have the ability to make it. The government did not create us. God created us. And God put us in a government and expect us to obey that government, follow the rules of that government, and do what we can as individuals so we can succeed.
Is that what you are telling young people who are watching us this night? That they have all it takes to become the next billionaires in this nation? Many of them are watching us. Please, if you are young and you think that only the elderly have the capacity to becoming billionaires, please, can you rewind your thinking? Mr. Teke, can you tell the young people who are watching us this night something? Can you tell them something?
What I want to say is I am not speaking from space. I'm not in America telling you what I'm telling you. I'm not in Germany. I'm not in Dubai. I'm in Cameroon. And I'm very young, as you can see. And I'm not just young by age, I'm very young. So if I am telling you that it is possible for every one of us, no matter how young you are, to make it in Cameroon, to make it in Africa, and to make it wherever you are. All it requires first is you. There is an inner ability in you to become whoever you want to become. In case you cannot discover that, there is someone around you that the universe will bring close to you to discover it. If you have not seen any, get to me. I can show you how to get it. Don't be in a hurry, but make a decision to succeed and understand that you have the ability to do that. If you're still doubting, the Bible says, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. That is where it all begins, from inside of you. People that know me, someone met me today in my office and came from Linden, and she said she knew me about 7 or 8 years ago. And so somebody was showing them my picture. I was saying wonderful things about me. And so she was with her husband. Then she saw the picture and said, this man, I know him, I know this boy. And the guy was like, it's not possible you cannot know Mr. Teke. So I know him very well, he's my friend. And they argued until he said, okay, give me his number, I was going to call him. So when she took my number and then called me, I picked up, then she mentioned her name. I said, oh wow, where have you been? And then she said she wants me. I said, oh, why, you can come. Why? Because she's an old friend. And so the guy that was talking about me was surprised that I could only take her call, and then boom, she's coming. So when she came, she was like, wow, I thank God for your life, that God has really changed a lot of things about you. And that's how it's supposed to be. No matter where you are, you have the ability to become the person that you were created for. Every human being listening to me in Cameroon today, we were created with a blood band to succeed. Nobody was created for failure. Nobody. Wherever you are, no matter who you are, every one of us was created for success. All we need to do is to know the right thing to do and the right time to do it.
Okay, greetings to you, Mr. Liu, and panelists enjoying you people in the studio. Mr. Liu, you have asked my mind to Mr. Teke, and I'm happy he's young, and I will invest in Text Global, so if it is bad, we can exchange blues. Figo is writing. He's writing from Bomenda. Yes, he's quite young. This one says, I'm interested in the program ongoing now. If you're interested in the program, you should be interested in taking part in the program of tomorrow, where you are going to be told on what it takes to become a billionaire. So can you just call us using the numbers on the screen so that we will direct you on where it is holding, what time. This one says... there are some parents who help to promote the character of their children. When sit together, they watch all types of series together with no parental guide. What seed are they planting in the children? Mr. Teke is talking about the possibility of everybody to succeed, wherever you are, whoever you are. Is that not also the reason why we are doing the importance of personal development in an African economy? Yes. What should be done to improve ourselves personally so that we can stand out to face and win in this African economy?
Yes, Mr. Lee, it's very important for us to take that decision, to want to grow, to want to stand out. But it's difficult to do it alone, like what Mr. Teke is preaching already. He's talking about us doing it together. It will be much easier if we can be able to gather, to be in an environment where people who have like mindset are gathered, right? If you have the desire to grow, to improve on your personal development skills, you need to be beside people who have that same desire. Because these same people, they'll have a particular way of talking, a particular way of conversing that is going to, it has what it does. When you get much of those words, it's going to be ringing so much in your subconscious. So you have to get yourself associated with people who have the desire. And away from someone asked me that, what if the people are not there? Because I remember one time we were talking about networking here, and somebody said it's difficult to have access to these people. There's a lot. You can be able to develop yourself, even with the phone that you have. That's why we have the internet. That's why we have Google. You can be able to learn, watch motivational videos. I really wonder when people say they want to be an entrepreneur, and they ask you how many entrepreneurs do you know. You don't know any entrepreneur. They ask you, maybe you want to be even a musician, they ask you, how many musicians do you know? You know none. Who is making waves, who you think you can be able to grow like. You don't know. So you have to, away from networking, from being with people, associating with people, you have to help yourself by being informed. Being informed by being in conferences, being in seminars. You can download videos, motivational videos, and watch. There's a lot that you can do to build yourself, alright? But you will not be able to do this if you don't decide. Trust me, personal development is a whole journey. It has to do with sacrificing the pleasures of now. And it's not easy to sacrifice the pleasures of now. You want to build yourself, like I mentioned earlier, that personal development also has to do with things like time management. As simple as that. As simple as mannerism. How you talk to somebody. I remember one time we were told that somebody lost a job for hissing in front of the boss. They asked you like, how old are you? Like, I am, suppose it's disrespectful. Personal development goes to simple things like this. Simple things like this. So there is a lot you can be able to do, but you have to decide, because it will take a lot. You have to sacrifice a lot for you to get there. And talking about sacrifices, the recent one that's happening now is Big Brother. I'm sick already. When the Big Brother has not even gone half, I'm really sick because people are talking about it everywhere, and it's getting me really annoyed, really angry, because I don't like Big Brother. You understand? Those are things like that you have to sacrifice. Because I asked somebody, I said, how come you're up at 1 a.m. watching people sleeping? Why? Why should you be doing that? Come on.
They're making their money.
People are making money, they are sleeping. Somebody is working half naked and cooking in the kitchen, and you're glued to your TV and you're watching like this. Seriously, you've been hypnotized already. Trust me, these are simple things we have to sacrifice. So personal development comes with decision, it comes with networking, it comes with placing yourself, placement, mental placement, psychological placement. You place yourself in an atmosphere where you can be able to learn, conferences, watching motivational videos. Then another way we can grow ourselves is to have someone that you look up to. People have grown by looking up to somebody, or you have somebody that you feel like can correct you, right? I know it's one of the problems we have in Cameroon. And it's only Cameroon that people outgrow their mentors. Cameroon. Not that they outgrow, that they become wiser. They just think they are wiser, and they outgrow their
and
mentors.
They become arrogant.
Yeah, they become arrogant, and you cannot receive from somebody that you don't believe in. You cannot receive. Loyalty is what stands in the middle. So loyalty, submission is what stands in the middle for you to receive from somebody. Some of us, we want to outgrow our mentors and everything. No matter how you grow, right? The mentor is the mentor. So in other words, I'm saying that another way to help yourself with personal development is to get you a mentor. If you need a mentor, Mr. Teke is a mentor. He's right there. He already said it, that if you need someone to hold your hand, you should get to him. He's mentored us, mentoring me, right? And I always say I'm proud to be his mentee. So you can be able to grow, improve on personal development by having a mentor, having someone who is pushing you. And another thing that will fuel personal development is vision. If you have the mindset that you want to get this thing, it has the way it pushes you. It takes you out of your comfort zone. So you place yourself at a point where you have a vision, you know where you are going to, you know what is leading you, what is that push factor that even when you feel like, oh, I'm not supposed to, I really feel like I should be sleeping right now. You think about the people you have to impact, think about the money you want to have, think about the wealth and influence you want to achieve, think about the problems you want to solve. It takes away sleep from your eyes. So vision has a very important role it plays when it concerns personal development. But it is you at the forefront. It's you that stands there. If you are not found in the picture, that's why we say personal, right? It's personal because it's about you. You have to stand in the picture. The quote Mr. Teke said earlier, that there can never be a new Cameroon than new Cameroonian, meaning it's the Cameroonian that makes the Cameroon. So you have to be at the center of it, or be ready to forge yourself as that new Cameroonian. Be ready to forge yourself, to take the pain, because it comes with a lot of pain. A lot of pain, trust me. Some things it reduces your rights. Personal development reduces some rights that, yes, it reduces your rights, but these are rights that are not even necessary. Some things you feel like you should be doing. The system I used to use, that these are the things I do for my country, Cameroon. When I come up from work and I'm very tired, I'll just say, oh Lord, the things I do for my country. And when I'll say that, my siblings will be laughing. I say, yes, because I go to work, I come back, I'm really exhausted because I know that I have people that I have to impact.
Okay.
So it's not about me.
It's not about you, Mr. NEBA. Then Mr. NEBA, I'll take this one. It says greetings to you, Mr. Leo, and to everybody in the studio. Thank you very much. This one says, good evening to you all. You make me shiver, bro. with the energy you blow out. It's true, it's possible in Cameroon. We don't only need to work hard, but to have strong mentors like Mr. Teke Ronald Sky from Douala, and the sky shall be your limit. Yes, we are talking about building ourselves personally.
Yes.
Yes. What area should we build ourselves?
Well, the first thing is that you need to find a why, because there's also a point of confusion when we want to really grow, and we want to grow into becoming some other people and becoming a better version of ourselves. Like you see, Mr. Leo is a good journalist, and he's doing so well on the microphone, and then instead of you struggling to be a better version of yourself, you are trying to be like Mr. Leo. That's an error that we are committing. So the first thing is to know your why. Why are you here, and what should you be doing? Where should you be going at any point in time? That's when you start selecting the kind of material you need to consume. Like Ms. Earl has said, you need to be informed. Yes, you need to be informed. So for you to be informed, you need to know where you are going to. Somebody who is going for fishing doesn't carry the same materials like somebody who is going for hunting. They are two different things. And somebody who is going for fishing, the one that is going to fish, let me say sharks, is not the same one. It's not going to carry the same net like somebody who is going to carry to fish, let me say crayfish. You understand? Because if you go to the water with the net of crayfish where there are sharks, maybe you come back with no fish. It's not as if there's no fish in that water, but because you went with the wrong materials. So know your why is going to permit you to know the kind of material that you are going to consume in the whole process, and that's going to help you to acquire the information that is needed. So we have basically four steps of information consumption that I always prescribe when it comes to personal development. When you know your why, now you need to clean your environment. You need to clean your environment. Clean your environment means that you need to select the people that you are dealing with, because it has been said time without number that you are a sum total of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. So when you know your why, for example, if you want to become an entrepreneur, you cannot want to become an entrepreneur and you're spending most of your time with footballers, you're spending most of your time with musicians. You need to start sourcing people who have already walked the path that you want to go to, and you pick lessons from them. You understand? That's the first thing you have to do. The second thing, you have to select the kind of information you consume, which is very important. Either be it through reading, be it through listening, be it through watching of videos, as we have kept insisting that people should watch videos or watch programs like this one, which are telling them, which are empowering them that you can be the best version of yourself. You understand? For them to be able to see that, okay, they are worth it, no matter the fact that they are they're mid maybe 20s, late 30s, 40s, but their life seems not worthwhile. They can still make it if they accept and take responsibility and divert from the ABC syndrome. That's abuse, blame, and complain. I have this drive to meet big people who have made it. I have this huge drive. 2 days ago, I noticed this famous footballer, Eno Young, was in town. I managed to pass through somebody to meet him, and when I met him, whatever he was saying, I was listening. I asked him one question: how did you become an international footballer? He said when he was young, he started with karate. He was doing karate, and then somehow he moved to Tico, and what everybody was doing there was football, and then he started playing football. And he mentioned a couple of players that I did not know, but a friend that was with me knew the players. They were very talented. They were very talented. He wasn't the most talented amongst them, but what kept him was discipline. What made him to become the player that he is today was discipline. So that's to say, we are already loaded with material, but now we need to put ourselves in a situation where we need to forego certain things. We need to practice what is known as a delayed gratification. You should understand that yes, music is booming in the club right now, but if you go enjoy now, later in life you are going to suffer. So for me to instead go to the club now, maybe I should be reading. Yes, Big Brother is going on right now, but Big Brother is not giving me anything. But if I'm watching my media prime and Mr. Teke and crew are talking sense, is going to ignite something in me, and I can become a better version of myself. That's the point where discipline comes in, where you have options and you have to choose intentionally which particular action you should be taking at a particular time that is going to drive you to a particular end.
Good evening to everyone in the studio. I'm really enjoying the program. Is there a website for billionaires mindset? Is Randolph writing from Yaoundé? Randolph, can you just write us through the two numbers under your screen? We're going to tell you whether there is a website and how to get there. Good evening, Mr. Leo. I'm happy with this program. I will change it will change so many Cameroonians who are willing to change. Mr. Leo, what is making us poor in Cameroon is laziness and too much complaints and lack of technical know-how. We thank Mr. Teke for the powerful idea. Stefan is writing from Bunaberi. Thank you, Stefan. Good evening. Mr. Lee, I'm enjoying the program. I believe such programs should be held more often so we, the youth of Buea and Cameroon at large, can be empowered to take action and make a better Africa. Thank you very much, Ngan Christian, writing from Moliko in Buea. Good evening to all. It's great to know me have youths that are not only in beer parlors. Success come with lots of pains. I know it's possible in Cameroon. Having vision, having the right mentor, and the sky shall be your limit. Thanks for empowering those who want to make it. Okay. Good evening to you, Mr. BUJI. Yes, if you get from many persons who are writing, to stand out, to build yourself, you need a lot of sacrifice.
Yes, Mr. Leo, you need to sacrifice to get what you want to get tomorrow. You will sacrifice sleep, you will sacrifice money, you will sacrifice friends, and a lot. And that just reminded me about something that I did when COVID-19 started and it was intensifying. Before then, by the time COVID-19 started, and now I've done above 200 personal development events. And there's one thing I always tell people, that we have reached a point when this crisis started. I said you have to guard yourself very much, guard who you will become, because at the end of the day, if you are not careful, you will become a crisis after the crisis, because you refuse to learn. You refuse to learn from the situation. Look for mentoring for the Billionaire Mindset Conference. There are people, the majority of the people are not coming from Douala. They are coming from far off places. I've had people who have called, please, can you give me a recommendation where I'm going to stay if I reach Douala? Some of them are coming to Douala for their very first time. That tells you how much they are ready to sacrifice for their future.
Their personal development.
Yes, for their personal development. And but some people will sit. Mr. Teke says he's available for mentorship. He's available for mentorship. Someone will just sit and call, Mr. Teke, can you come and mentor me? But it doesn't happen like that. Events like tomorrow, that's where you will meet Mr. Teke. That's where you will personally have his contact. He will be the one to give you his contact. You will have his book that is signed with his own signature. This is the book that is giving you. That's already a connection at the level when you are talking.
Tomorrow you'll be able to meet Mr. BUJI live, Miss L. Those of you who want Miss L's number, you can meet her tomorrow.
But it takes a sacrifice.
And
Mr. Paul.
Watching me.
You know, we went to Kumba. We saw people came. People came from. They said they have been seeing us on my media prime, and they decided that they will come to this seminar because we said we were coming to Kumba. They had to go to the farm, they had to do businesses, but they sacrificed that. That's part of the sacrifice. So, but when you hear that an event is taking place, or even this program, some people cannot sacrifice this program for their telenovela. I've had families that they are definitely in conflict, maybe with one of the parents who wants to use this for this period to watch a series that is going on. That's part. Even as a father, you need to sacrifice these things for your children. If you desire those entertainment very much, it needs sacrifice so that these people they can develop. You need to sacrifice in buying books, Mr. Leo. Mr. Njison Golov says something that if your wardrobe is richer than your library, then there is something very, very wrong with you.
Okay, there's something very wrong with you. Hi, Mr. Leo. I'm enjoying today's program. It's so good seeing my mate again, passing on this wonderful message. Solange is writing from Bunaberi. We're talking about what it takes to build.
Ask Solange to write me when she said she was going to watch it.
Okay, Solange, Mr. BUJI says you should write him. Mr. BUJI, where should Solange write?
No, she said she was going. I asked her to write us when we are live. So she has just done that.
Okay, I thought it's personal.
It's not personal.
Okay, Miss L, we're talking about building ourselves personally. We have to also learn to be very flexible, to embrace dynamics, changing dynamics in our community. We have to be ready to move out of our comfort zones.
Yes, I am very keen to the word changing to dynamics, changing to with the trends. You know, I was reading this book by Mr. Owona. I got a copy of his book, Harry Owona, come from competition to dominion. So he said something there. He said that stagnation is a sacrilege in entrepreneurship. That you cannot be stagnant. You must be a deep learner. Meaning that as times are changing, as things are going, you have to make sure you are learning. We must be ready to change. My problem with us is that we have problems with adapting to change. In fact, not even adapting. There's a different. It's different to welcome change and to adapt to. You know, you can receive change, you can welcome the change and refuse to adapt to it. All right. Our problem is that we don't even welcome the change first. We don't want to start talking about adapting to the change. So once you're looking forward to be successful, to be able to build an influential life, to be able to live a fulfilling life, you have to be willing, be ready to move with the trend, to move with the dynamics. Now, in some time past, all this our power guarantee and all the rest, they were not doing so much of deep learning because they had no competition. They were okay with what they were doing. But it's going to the point where if you sleep now in the class, they'll kick you out of the market. If you sleep, see, even in your small business you're doing, you'll be surprised that you is doing mobile money. Someone will come and open another mobile money beside you and do it better than you. And you ask yourself, is the same mobile money you're doing? It's the same mobile money, just that you decide not to learn.
You took juju.
I was supposed to say that you took juju, but it's all about deep learning. When we talk about deep learning, it's not sitting in the classroom. It's about picking information in whatever way. See, you can learn even in the taxi. Somebody can say something beside you that is enough to pass an information to you. Like last time we sat here, there's an information I got that I promised myself that God will help me that I should not say it on air because I overheard something that the government was like. So I was like, hey. So the person was explaining it. I didn't know his position until when everything was done before I got to know that, he was just trying to inform his friends that they should be careful because this is what they have to do with their exports and imports and all the like. Now, just being there in that car, I didn't know so much, but I heard that and I was like, sir, can I have your number? Yeah, so that when I should know the next step, because when you start getting information, it's important. So you should be able to learn, unlearn, relearn. You have to keep changing to the dynamics. The next thing is comfort, like what Mr. Leo said, talking about comfort. See, I'll keep repeating this statement that comfort and conviction, they are not neighbors. Not talking about living in the same house. They cannot be neighbors. They don't meet at all. You have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. You have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. I will tell you that till today I still do this. The days that I feel like I will not be able to get up to study in the night, I leave my bed because I know if I sleep on that bed, it might not work. I leave my bed, I look for somewhere, maybe on the floor, anywhere, I just sleep. So I should make sure that when it's time for me to get up to study, I should study. I should be impacting myself. You have to get out of your comfort zone. See, those things that, and see, you know what makes you comfortable. Nobody needs to tell you. You know what is your comfort zone. Your comfort zone could be just minor things. Your comfort zone could even be food. Your comfort zone can be anything. Trust me. You have to be willing to give those things away. We're not saying that you kill yourself. I didn't say you should go and die. No. But I'm saying that too much of a thing is not good. Alright? Even the Bible talks about this same thing I'm telling you. That honey is good, but too much honey will make you to vomit. That's what the Bible says in the book of Proverbs. Now, meaning that you can take something, but when it becomes too much, that's the comfort zone. Meaning that now I got to understand that people are less creative when they are comfortable. They used to say that if you pour warm water in an ant-infested firewood, you will know the number of ants that was inside. Because when they are running, they don't run in groups again. Everybody's running individually as they are leaving that firewood. As they are leaving, everyone's running individually. Meaning that when you get uncomfortable, potentials come out differently from within. You might not even know that you could talk until when you meet a situation where if you don't talk, money will not enter your pocket. My dear, you will talk.
Okay. You will talk if yes. Good evening, sir. I'm very happy for today's program. It is very interesting and beneficial to my family. I'm Bechem Susan, writing from Kong Samba. Yes, Kong Samba is not too far from Douala. You can make it tomorrow to be part of the Billionaires Mindset Seminar, no? Conference.
The BMC.
So anybody who wants to learn more about what it takes to succeed in this our world today, please be part of our program tomorrow. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I have seen so many of my friends convincing me to invest in TEKE Global, and they told me to follow up on Prime on Friday evening. Please, do they have an office in Bamenda too? How legit is our investment? Hope we will not repeat what Chimal did to us. Neutral is writing from Bamenda. Neutral, can you just call me tomorrow, please? Let's discuss about this business. This business. Call me tomorrow. Good evening. Or you call the numbers under your screen, please. Good evening, Mr. Liu. The program is interesting and I enjoy it. Please, can we remove the word just when calling figures? It's making the less privileged like me to feel tired. Can't wait for tomorrow. Chotu Lawrence from Express Home Service. Okay, Chotu Lawrence, we are going to.
It's Laura.
It's Laura?
Yes.
Okay, Chotu, we'll see tomorrow. Augustine from Limbe. Oh, Mr. Liu, it's just because I'm on bed. I would have been there suffering from operation just from the hospital. I'm enjoying the program. Very interesting. Greetings to you all in the studio. Please get well soon. We pray for speedy recovery for you, our viewer. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Thanks for bringing up programs like this to sensitize with the young Cameroonians towards a bright future. Kindness is writing from Tico. Mr. Teke, you have been following up what Miss L and the rest are saying. We're talking about building ourselves, developing ourselves personally. How is this development capital to be able to stand out in our respective fields of operation?
Mr. Liu, thank you so much. Now, truth is your life, it is your success. So you have to take a responsibility to develop yourself. If you develop yourself, like I always say, you have to have at the back of your mind that there are over 1 million Cameroonians looking up to you. If you succeed, at least 1 million Cameroonians are going to benefit from your success. So even if you don't want to develop yourself for your own sake, develop yourself for the people who are looking up to you for your success. It only takes yourself or your personal development for you to achieve the success you require in life, or the success you are or were created to have. So personal development is a goal that everyone needs to pursue. It's a goal that everyone needs to go for. It is very vital, it is very important, and it's very necessary. Nobody should ignore personal development. Like I always say, that what we learn in school is just a foundation to the success that we desire. The degree, the certificate that we acquire in school is just a foundation. It just helps us to speak good English. But really life lessons that we need to learn to give us the success that we require is in the streets. That is why when you graduate from school, you do internship. If internship wasn't important, if these practical lessons in the street wasn't important, there was no need for internship. So personal development is an internship that you do in the street. You learn how life in the street runs so that you can actually become successful. Because the success is not in the classroom, it's in the street. So meetings like this, like the one that's going to take place tomorrow, are those lessons that you need to learn that will actually give you or show you people and practicals for people who have gone ahead of you. They have seen how this thing works. They will put the street in front of you. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to put the street in front of these guys in the computer and show them how to walk through. Personal development is important, it's vital, it is necessary, it cannot be ignored. If you want to make a name in life, you shouldn't ignore personal development. If you want people to look at you and say you have done well, you cannot ignore personal development.
Yes, but personal development, many persons may not understand. They are watching us, and maybe you find somebody who has done buy and sell a vegetable for 30 years and is doing the same, selling oil for 30 years and is doing the same, and will not really understand what you mean by they need to build themselves personally so that they can stand out from the lot engaged in similar activities.
Okay. Thank you so much. So this is I was going through, I think Mr. BUJI's status today, and he said insanity, if you keep doing, is when you keep doing the same thing over and over again and you expect a different result. That's insanity. So by personal development, I mean that area in life where you are functioning. You should start thinking of how to improve and become better. If, for example, you are selling vegetable and you've been doing that for 10 years and your income has been 10,000, the question you should be asking yourself is, how do I make it better? Now, the average businessman would think that making it better means you should increase your capital and buy more vegetables so you make more profit. No, it's away from that. Making it better means you should make research, you should ask questions, you should read, you should study, or find out some people who are doing vegetable business better than you and ask them, what more can I do to improve in my business? Success in life is far beyond money. So when you talk to an average businessman about improvement, the first thing they are thinking of is, I need more money to increase my capital. That's okay. But it's more than money you need for capital. You need the mental capital, the mind, the development, the research, the information you gather. Information capital is more important than cash, is more important than money. So when we talk about personal, we talk about you making research on how to develop in that area. If I'm a vegetable farmer and I do buy and sell in my vegetable business and I'm making a little profit for myself, and I've been doing that for 10 years. And I want to improve. What am I supposed to do? I should find out, how do I do the vegetable business better than what I'm doing? If, for example, I have a shop at Munyam Market where I sell, and people have to leave their houses to come to Munyam Market every Sunday to come and buy, then I should start thinking that I need to go and make research on what to do. What am I supposed to do? All those my customers that are selling vegetable, I can tell them that, okay, instead of you to come to the market to come and buy on Sunday, I prepare my vegetable maybe Sunday morning or Saturday. I get all of your contacts. I would start doing deliveries for you at home. So Saturday evening or Sunday early morning, if all my products are ready, instead of to allow my customers to come to the market to come and buy, I'll save them the stress and I'll do deliveries for them at home. And this kind of a thing, you only learn them if you meet up with someone who is more exposed into the business field than you. And that's why we have a place like Chef Academy located at Bonduma Gate. What we do at Chef Academy is we don't teach people how to read and write. We teach them how to expand their business IQ, how to expand their financial IQ. Like I talked to some people, I said, I think this lady was doing the catering. And I said, you only bake cake, you bake meat pie and all of that. You can become an author, you can write a book and you will sell. Why not prepare a book on catering? So anybody you train, teach them on how to bake cake and all of that, you set your hand out to them. And she started doing it, and that became an extra income for her. She didn't need to go and look for support or look for money to increase her capital. We already taught her a way of generating income. That's what we do by personal development. With 50,000 she paid at Chef Academy for 1 month, she was able to learn get a new information that expanded her business and expanded her capital. So wherever you are, if you're selling vegetables in the market, there is a place where you can develop yourself. The conference tomorrow is one of those places, and there are several of such conferences that are taking place everywhere in Cameroon, in Buya, in Douala, Yaoundé, Bafoussam. every day
Mr. Teke,
are happening.
Yeah, Mr. Teke, we have the tendency in Africa, Cameroon particularly, where we think that because we went to school, we have an ordinary level and we've started selling chanshoes in the market, or we are selling oil, rubbing oil in the market, or any other activity, we have stopped learning. There is always that difficulty for persons to know that they are still open, or there are opportunities for them to learn more.
What I want to say is, the day you stop learning, you start dying. As hard as that statement is, that is the truth. The day you stop learning, you start dying. Learning is life. Information is life. So if you have your ordinary levels, you have your advanced, even when you have your PhD and you think you have finished school and you stop getting information, that is the day your life starts draining. I wrote a quote one time and I said, if you truly want to succeed and become influential in life, don't finish school. That's what I said. And people thought that I meant don't go to school and graduate. That was not what I meant. Don't finish school, I meant that you should always be in the learning process. That's what it means. So everybody, whether you're a bricklayer, you're a carpenter, you're a car washer, you are a petrol station attendant, wherever you are, you should never stop learning, because learning never ends. The day you stop learning, your life starts going down.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Very educative program there. Kudos to you people. Mr. Teke is really ready to change Cameroonians' thinking that we can't make it here. Mr. NEBA is trying to confuse us by saying we shouldn't try to be like others, because I really want to be like Mr. Teke and marry a lady like Miss L. Secondly, he said an entrepreneur should not go closer to footballers, yet he cited an example how he struggled to join a football yesterday. Mr. Teke said there are 8 modules to be presented tomorrow and named and explain just to Mr. Liu. Let him continue. Please, we are interested. Sumbele Kevin, writing from Samba. Mr. Sumbele, can you just come from Mutangene tomorrow? You are going to learn the 6 other modules in greater details, please. Mr. KUM, text is about marketing or what? Because you ask technical questions on phone, they do not answer. Frank is writing from Bafut. Frank, there is an office in Bamenda, no? Yes, Bafut to Bamenda is 300. So can you just get to call the numbers? They'll direct you to the Bafut, to the Bamenda office. You meet them and talk with them. Yes. Good evening, Mr. Leo. This is Good Luck writing from Banga. Please help me with the time and location of this meeting. Talk to him.
Okay, so the program tomorrow is 9 a.m. at Hotel Prince de Gaulle, Aqua Douala. So if you've not yet registered, I think we're going to give chance for people to register tomorrow, because we got some calls and people are intending to come in the morning. So if you've not registered, you could come in the morning and register, or you could but you call before coming. So let's know. You should not come there and not have a seat, please. So the program is tomorrow 9 a.m. Hotel Prince de Gaulle, Aqua Douala.
So you are writing from Banga. Tomorrow is 9 a.m. out here in Douala, the nation's economic capital. If you want to be part of them, just come. Good evening, Mr. Liu and panel. Please, I would like to know the place where the seminar will be taking place here in Douala, and also the time. Williams Tibung, writing from Bonaberry. So, Williams, I hope you've gotten the places. Hotel Prince de Gaulle,
yes,
Aqua Douala. The time is 9 a.m. So,
prompt.
Yes, so you better call earlier before coming. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Is Maxwell writing from Bonaberry, please? Where will the conference take place and what does it take to be there? The conference will take place tomorrow, Hotel Prince de Gaulle in Aqua, 9 a.m. Pass is 10,000. You pay your 10,000, you have a copy of The Billionaire's Mindset, which is sold at 5,000 francs. So you end up paying just 5,000 francs to get all the knowledge that the Mr. Teke and others are going to be giving out. Yes. Good evening, Mr. Mr. Liu. I am Achibot, writing from Yaoundé. It's my first time participating in this great program. I wish to have the number of Mr. Teke. The numbers are on your screen. Can you just call that number? Okay. Yes, the numbers are there now. So please. Now, Mr. Mr. Teke just spoke. You are speaking, but now I want us to look at the importance of developing ourselves personally. It's quite important because from what I found out is that it makes you to be able to serve, interact, and do business with other persons with ease. If you were to develop yourselves, unlike someone who refuses to build their capacities.
Yes, Mr. Leo. People are attracted to value. People love value. And the money we're looking for are in people. Meaning when you develop yourself, what happens next is that you're adding value. And when you add value, you increase value, it attracts a certain caliber of people around to come your way. And when these people come your way, the next thing is, since money is found in people, these people give you money because they'll have problems that you have to solve. And when these people give you money, what happens? Through the multiplier effect of that we're going to be learning tomorrow, through the multiplier effect, you're going to create wealth for yourself. And when you amass wealth for yourself, you're going to be able to leave a legacy. It's a whole chain. So there are some people you can never pull your way if you're not developed. Now, people of value can be able to tell someone of value when they meet them. In a few minutes conversation, I can tell you how much you have in you. I will know if you can add to my life or not. I think somebody wrote to me yesterday. That person was like, sometimes you talk on TV, I'm listening, I'm really amazed because I'm trying to match your age and what you say. My mind was like, I'm not telling my age, but it's okay. So when he said so, I was like, thank you so much, son, all the like. Then when he introduced himself, I was like, okay, so that's why he spoke that way, because it's actually somebody who is kind of big, and I didn't know he was watching the program. Now, with all of this, if you have value, see, it's like a fragrance. It's like a fragrance. It just goes and starts attracting these people. These people just come.
It's like the Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom.
The kingdom, yes.
Every other thing is coming.
Yeah, it adds. That's what happens. Now, these people just come, and you know, people value at the highest level have seen that can network. No matter how young you are, if they know you have something that can benefit them, they talk with you. And if you get to any program or any conference and all the like, okay, I should just use this means to just talk about what I expect from people tomorrow. If you're coming for the BMC tomorrow, make sure you go home with contacts. See, don't reach there and stay quiet. Ask for numbers. Everybody who's coming there tomorrow is having your money in their pockets. Take everybody's number. There should be a problem you solve that they'll pay you. It's an advice I'm just giving you now because I intend to take everybody's number.
I don't have money. Don't target no more.
Mr. Leo has. He's just a billionaire.
Somebody to be dressed like that.
Don't target. No, but I can connect you to
people want to be journalists, so
yeah.
journalists.
Yes, but yes. Let me take a few messages. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm Desmond from Batoke. I am one of the most highly beneficiary of this program. I want to say that with people like Mr. Teke in Cameroon, then there is still hope for this country. Thank you very much. Good evening. Mr. Liu is Victory from Bomenda. I would like to know more about the program. I don't know what is the program of tomorrow. The program tomorrow is taking place in the morning. It starts 9 a.m. at Hotel Prince de Galles at Aqua. Pass is 10,000 francs. You pay at 10,000 francs. You're given a copy of the Billionaire's Mindset that costs 5,000 francs. So you are paying 5,000. Yes, we're talking about the importance of building developing ourselves. That's building ourselves. Yes, it also says that it helps us to be able to know how to react to stress, difficulties, multiple challenges that may come our way.
I just love that. I love that. You know, when you develop yourself so well, life becomes very sweet. Why? Because every instance to you is not a curse, but it's something that you start thinking of what you can learn from it. When we are not well developed, we tend to worry when we are supposed to seek solutions. We tend to blame others when we are supposed to be the ones acting to change our situation. So when you believe, when you grow yourself so well, you understand that at every point in time you are the main actor, you are the master of any situation that befalls you. You don't worry too much. Life becomes so sweet, and when you behave like that, the universe has a way that it functions. It starts changing situations for you. It starts attracting certain people to come in your life and solve certain situations that you were not worried about, but you're asking yourself, okay, how do I get out of this problem? Because there are some people that will get to depression comes when people are in a situation, and instead of thinking their way out, they are thinking of what has happened. They're like, why did this happen to me? Why did it not? God, are you still on the throne? Why did this? And so on and so forth. Instead of seeking, how do I get out of here?
God brought this to your way so that you should serve as a solution provider. Of
course. That's in most cases when something befalls you, it means that there's something inside you that can help you to go through that. But if you don't understand that, if you have not developed yourself enough to be able to understand that, okay, this thing, I'm facing this and I have the capability to get myself out, what happens is that you stay there and you're complaining. We've seen so many people die because of depression. I think about 2 weeks ago on Facebook, I saw a lady died in Limbe, that she announced that she's stuck in the house, and because people say that she's not successful and she considers herself a failure. Before that message, I think there's this online lady, before she read the message and they went searching for that lady, the lady was dead in the house because something happened to her. And since she doesn't have that mental capacity to understand that I can personally get myself out of this situation, she allowed that situation to become a master of her, and then she succumbed to that situation, and of course she died. But of which, whatever be the case, there is always a way out. The question is, how do you look at the situation? How do you see it? That's why you see during the crisis, so many people were making so much money, while others were lamenting and getting poor. All of them are facing the same situation, but they're asking different questions. Those who are asking different questions, asking questions that are enriching themselves, are those who have built that mental capacity to be able to deduce good in any situation that comes their way. But like something happened last week when we were coming to the program. Traffic at wrong point was terrible. It was very terrible. We were there. It was almost 6:30. Mr. BUJI said, "Mr. Paul, let's get on the bike and go." It was very swift. We got on the bike and we left the car there with the driver.
I've done that severally.
You understand? Because we understand our purpose, we understand what we are going to do, we understand the importance. Leaving a comfortable car with an air condition and jumping on the bike is not a problem. Why? Because what is ahead is more important than where we are stuck. But somebody will not want to leave the comfort of the car because they don't want to see them.
Big man,
Mr. BUJI, marketing director for TEKE Global, he shouldn't be seen either on TV all time, suppose she don't talk bike. Nonsense. Somebody with an elevated mind, somebody who has understood life, will always adapt. I think she has used that word a couple of times. Will always adapt to the situation in order to reach where he or she is going to. And for you to reach that point, you need to build your mind. I think when the Bible says seek ye first the kingdom of God, to me it means that seek ye first knowledge, and then life will be beautiful.
Okay, wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Leo. I can't thank you enough for organizing such a program. Kudos to the great minds in the studio. I think programs like this ought to be inserted in the school curriculum of Cameroon. Cameroon has many opportunities, but we citizens lack what it takes to exploit them. If more of programs like this are organized on a regular basis, it will really be good. And for Ernest is writing from Dubai. Okay, good evening to you, Ernest, our brother out there in Dubai. We hope that you are making it big also. Good evening, everyone in the studio. Please do this as often as you can. It's indeed helpful. God bless you all. Madam Bonkisheri Victorian writing from Boya. This program comes up every Friday evening. Hello, Leo. I really want to attend, but no vex. All those talking billionaires. Delphine is writing. Yes, they are billionaires. Just come. You will see the billionaires. Don't underestimate them as you see them here. They are not beggars, please. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Good evening, Mr. Liu. I'm always enjoying our programs. Tell Mr. BUJI that he has a friend who always follow him on TV, but tomorrow he will see him face to face. Ade Derek is writing from Lima. Good evening to you. Ade Derek. Okay, Samuel, watching from Canada. Altitude and emotional intelligence are important pillars of personal development. Thank you for that wonderful contribution. Okay. This one says salut. C'est Laetitia. Okay. Salut aussi à toi, Laetitia. I don't know where Laetitia is watching us from. Mr. BUJI, it's you now. We're talking about personal development and its importance. It says that if you build yourself personally, you develop yourself. It's also working towards leadership and also helping you to organize better.
Mr. Leo, you cannot, as a leader, you must be able to develop yourself, to the level that you understand others. And the best way to understand others is to understand yourself. When you understand yourself, you will be able to read others, and if you can read others, you then interact with them. And in leadership, personal development cannot be overemphasized. You cannot lead if you cannot read, if you cannot learn, if you cannot relearn. Now, talking about personal development, I thought about something. I got so dissatisfied with poor customer service that I decided to think about what will I do to make sure that the way I handle clients is different from the way other persons do it. Then something happened recently in the past weeks. I've realized there are times that clients go and pay money to the company's account, and they even do an addition on top of it. And I said, but you wanted to invest 1 million. You have put additional 10,000 francs there. What is that for? They will say, that is for your that's for your beer. You know, Cameroonians, they always give you 1 man. So then one guy said, I said, but what did I do? It's my duty to save you. So the guy said, there's actually someone, an investor from Canada, maybe is watching us right now. He told me that the type of customers does this type of customer service actually exist in Cameroon?
Yeah,
because of the way I saved him.
Okay.
And this is not a product I did not learn that in school. Like when somebody gets to you, do you listen to the person? Because at times us Cameroon businessmen, we talk more than the client.
Yeah.
Someone has a problem, before he gives the complaint, you already have an answer to it. So definitely
there is need to build ourselves.
Need to build yourself so that you can be able to. Leadership, as I say, leadership is influence.
Not only lead yourself, but lead organizations now.
Lead organizations. You lead others. How do you cause your team to be able, like what Mr. Teke does? Even if he is in Douala or not, we are here following what we know. Why this is the vision. We have to educate Cameroonians.
Yeah.
He has put it out as a leader. He developed himself. He reached a level. Then he teaches us all these things that he knows. That's why at times, if you want to meet Mr. Teke and you meet any of us, he is very satisfied that even if he's in the country or he's not, he is satisfied that we can handle the things that
he's been able to train you guys.
Of course, as a leader, he has been able to develop himself. Then he develops us duplicate. So that's why you have things that are coming up like TextBreed. He says TextBreed is going to produce the next generation of billionaires in Cameroon.
Okay, Mr. Teke, we're talking about the importance of personal development, and where do we develop ourselves? Can we sit at home and develop ourselves, or we necessarily need to attend programs like what you are organizing out here in Douala tomorrow? Some persons.
Thank you. So let it begin from you at home. So make a decision in case you don't have opportunity to attend programs like this. You can make a decision to buy books, read books at home. You can decide. Everybody has an Android phone today, so why not use your phone? Go on Google, search information. Go on YouTube, search information. So personal development can take different dimensions. You can attend conferences like this. You can buy books to read. And you can also go online, either search information on Google based on the worries you have, or go on YouTube and search information based on the desires or the things you want to satisfy for yourself.
Okay. Some people would think that to build ourselves, we need to necessarily go to school. I'm talking about the conventional schools. There are short courses that are ongoing. The need for persons to always look out for them, like what is happening at Shep Academy.
Yes. There is. I think 2 batches ago that passed, we graduated at Shep Academy. We actually have some ladies who sell, I think they fry pop or something by the road. They can't really speak good English, but they came to attend Chef Academy, and we had taste for them. After the trainer must have done their whole training and everything, we have time when we sit them down and explain to them in teaching exactly what we have explained in English. And it was amazing that we see people selling pop by the road, coming to school to come and learn, because personal development is beyond, is not the ordinary kind of school. It's a kind of thing you learn to personally build yourself. Whether you speak English or you don't know how to speak English, you can get involved in personal development. And Chef Academy has just the right platform for you.
Okay, tomorrow is going to be very capital for Cameroonians across all 10 regions. It's true that some people cannot leave this night, but those who are watching us from Douala, Edea, Yaoundé, they can still leave very early. Boya, Mutengene, Tiko, Kumba, they can still make it tomorrow.
Yes, they can. And so I am encouraging everyone. I promise you, tomorrow is going to be a unique and a special day for you. The information are ready, they are packed up. You're going to learn a lot. Someone asked me, why are you bringing up all of these people? And I told them, I said, the persons you see there that are going to be speaking to you, they were carefully selected because of the information that I want them to pass across. For example, what is trending today in Cameroon is that we have a lot of people who are successful on social media. You see them on Facebook, they are well dressed, they look like millionaires, look like billionaires. Some even stand in front of people's cars and take pictures. Some stand in front of buildings and take pictures. And so when you see them on social media, you think these guys are very successful, but in real life, they are begging for food, they are looking for means to eat. They can't really satisfy themselves. And this is one of the information we're going to be passing. That's why I'm bringing some people who will be talking, or someone like Cindy Made. I told her, you're going to be talking on how to manage the social media activity with the real life activity, putting them together to see how one can actually achieve success. So, because I don't want a situation where people get carried away by the social media success without taking care of their real life situation. So they're going to be learning that. Pastor Wango Boris is going to be drilling people on aspects of spiritual success, how you can back up your finances with some spiritual activities and a whole lot. So tomorrow is a balance. We're going to draw a balanced triangle for the information we're going to be passing out tomorrow. The spiritual is backed up, the social media is backed up, information is backed up, everything is said. So we're going to make complete people ahead of tomorrow.
You've been talking so much about this spiritual and physical success. Are you not scaring some people? What do you mean by that?
Okay, I don't know, but I don't think anybody should get scared here because I've always said it and I'm saying it severally. I'm going to say it anytime.
Would there be anointing oil, anointing water, and salt?
No.
Yes.
80%, if I talk about spirituality, I'm talking about an attitude. If I talk about spirit, the spirit of an entrepreneur, for example, I'm talking about an attitude, the attitude of an entrepreneur.
Okay.
There are certain attitude or spirit that a successful person is supposed to have. And these are the things that are going to be given. For example, a successful entrepreneur should understand that their source is coming from somewhere. They were created by a creator who is backing up their energy and their activity for doing what they are doing. So these are the things they are going to be doing. They are going to understand that the Creator did not create you to be lazy. The Creator created you to work. So these are the attitudes we are going to put in them tomorrow. There's nothing like anointing oil. There's nothing like laying hands on people. Is beyond that. That's what we're talking about. Those are laying of hands and pour of anointing oil are things that children do. We are going to be giving them hard meat to chew tomorrow. And by the time they are done chewing, they come out fat, fresh, and vitalized.
This program is from 9 a.m. to what time?
From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay. So if you are watching us, you are scared, you think that they may take all of your time, just give us some 5 hours and it's going to be done. Your life is going to be transformed from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Everything is going to be changed tomorrow.
I like his preaching.
Yes, everything is going to be changed there because yes. Tomorrow you are coming there, you are an ambassador. What should people be ready to take home? We are talking about taking home message.
Yes, this is it. Irrespective of all the knowledge that is poured at seminars, I always advise people to pick one thing that they can act upon from a seminar, irrespective of everything. Don't leave because sometimes people are so challenged and they get discouraged. They are going to see a lot of wonderful people that they have been dreaming that they are spirits, and they're going to see them live tomorrow, and maybe they will start comparing with their own lives and be like, these guys are already there and we are the same age. How am I going to get there? Let that not be your mindset. Come tomorrow to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Then you go back and ask yourself, was this thing was it working for me? If it wasn't working, how am I going to change it? They told me there that it's working for me. How can I double my efforts? You understand? What I wasn't doing that I said I should continue doing, I should start doing. How can I start it? Those are the questions that you should already be putting in your mind tomorrow, and that's how you're going to figure out that event tomorrow. The second thing is that which Miss Earl has already said. Don't come there and you sit timidly. It's not going to help you. I've said this time without number. I met Miss Earl through an online training. And I went to Boya and met her there, and today she led me to Mr. Teke, and today we are exchanging a lot together. I met Mr. BUJI at GoMat. I think that was sometime in 2018. Yeah. GoMat 2. I mean, we exchanged contacts. I did not know him, he did not know me, but I mean, in the course of time, we have, since we have the same vision, we are now working together. So when you come there tomorrow, don't sit and develop a stinky mouth and fool yourself and go back the same way you came. Network. Open up, talk to people, exchange contacts. I always say that there's a possibility for me to watch your status and know the kind of people you have in your contact.
Of course.
If I know Mr. Leo is watching my status, I will not post any nonsense. Come there and take contacts. Know that as you are posting, Mr. Teke is watching. Will he be placed over what you are watching, what you are posting, and other great people? You understand? Because we are living in a world where the information you are passing out, people pick it to perceive who you are and mind the way they relate with you. So as you are coming tomorrow, pick 5 things. Make sure you get back with at least 20-30 contacts that you are going to be relating with. Don't just take the contacts and keep your phone for keeping sake. Go talk with them, tell them what you can do, and of course find a way they can feed you in their teams in order to elevate you. Because when we are pouring information at seminars, it's like throwing rings in the farm. You don't know where it settles, but when you get to contact somebody and you keep a relationship between that person, that's where the real juice is nurtured.
Okay, I will summarize what Mr. BUJI just said as a closed mouth is a closed destiny. So if you want your destiny to blossom, you shall decree a thing and it shall be established. So now Mr. BUJI, well, what's happening now?
You're highly spiritual today.
What I'm saying is that Mr. BUJI, that tomorrow we are going to I'm already in the spirit.
Yeah.
The spirit, the conference is also going to let you understand how to figure out your priorities in life. We have lots and lots of time wastage, resource wastage. Tomorrow you are going to be told just what to do in life to succeed.
Of course, Mr. Leo, when you talk about tomorrow, look about the persons who are going to be involved. We have Pastor Wango Boris. That's a financial expert. He's very good. We call him the money master.
Okay.
So at the first event that I attended that the guy was to talk there, I was like, but why would they choose a pastor to come and talk about money? So he told us that, well, he's like a repentant person, because there was a time that he used to think that maybe he would sit down, he would pray and ask God for money. But so over time he realized that God will not hand the money down to you. He can download creative ideas to you. He can definitely inspire you to do things. He can link you up to other persons. That's how things change. Because at times you are kids that, Papa, I've been doing everything. You asked me to pay tithe. You asked me to pray.
10 years.
I've been doing this. Nothing is changing. What is it? So, but when he discovered that truly, many people perish because of lack of knowledge. That's what the Bible says itself. So when you come to places like this, that's what you're going to be learning from a pastor. That's his background. He will teach you what you think that it's not, what you don't know that you don't know. Then you have Mr. TEKE Samuel. In 2018, in 2017, Mr. TEKE Samuel was not anywhere close to a billionaire. He did not look like you could talk if they talk about thousandaires. That's the stage where he was in while writing the billionaire mindset. And when you look about those who have become billionaires in life, all these people, they had the billionaire mindset. Look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump declared bankruptcy twice in his lifetime. Then an author says when Donald Trump lost everything that he had, there was only one thing that he did not lose, his billionaire mindset. Which means that if he had a millionaire's mindset, he would have been a millionaire today. But today he's a billionaire because of that mindset. We have somebody like Cindy Emade. She will be talking about real life success to social media success. Of course, what is acted in movies is not the reality of what happens in life. There are times that you look at you have families that have been separated because of these Filipino telenovelas of love stories.
No,
that don't
only love, my love.
So
super love.
Yes. So all those things are not realities, and it's high time Cameroonians understand that when you go on social media, you are paying somebody, and if you are making somebody rich, you are making MTN richer, you are making the government richer, you are making Mark Zuckerberg richer. What are you gaining in return? It takes a day like tomorrow to discover, not to waste your time, but to spend your time and definitely invest your time, and you are going to actually network with people who have the billionaire mindset, because a time spent with such people is an investment.
Okay, time spent with them is an investment. One other thing that we are going to be talking about tomorrow will also be helping us to set goals and expectations for our lives. You find most of us, we are 30, 40 years, and nobody actually understands that by this time I need to attain this, by this time I need to achieve this. We are just living as if we are no difference from animals now.
That's true. That's true.
I'll shock you by saying that I told somebody to plan for his retirement, and he said yes, he's already planning that he will start planning for his retirement in 5 years time, and he's about 40, he should be about 45. So I was telling him that I think, have you started planning for retirement? He said yes, he's thinking that he's thinking about it, so he will start planning for his retirement in 5 years time. So I calculated he should be about 50 at that time. Then he will start. It's not that he will plan and then retire. Means he will start planning. Means most of us don't have goals. We don't know how to set long-term and short-term goals, because there are long-term goals and short-term goals.
We are just living.
There's a lot that we have to do when it concerns goals. Mr. Tekes, to talk about being measurable and all the like. You have to. There's some the V2 mom. Maybe he will talk about it. So there's so much about goals that we have to be able to know. But if you don't sit and learn, if you don't sit and get information from people who have set goals, not just setting goals, putting activities that will help you to achieve those goals is very important. So if you don't sit beside people and get from people who have already who have products of goals that were set and worked on, you're not able to get more. So tomorrow is the day for you. Tomorrow you have to be there. So Mr. Teke and the others will be talking to you about how, sharing their experience about how they were able to set attainable goals that they were able to achieve, that were measurable, that had value, that they were able to put all these goals together to get to the level where they are. So you have to be there. You must be there to get this information about goal setting. Goal setting is not like to-do list. Like you get up in the morning and you say, I will do this today. That's not goal setting. That's a to-do list. So people used to mistake to-do list, join up schedules with goals. So two different. In fact, they are far away, very far. But when you sit in the conference tomorrow, you're going to learn about how to create goals, achievable goals, attainable goals, and you're going to learn about how to set life objectives, the purpose of the life you're living. You'll be able to pen them down, to write it down. You know, we attended the program of the launch of the book How We Made in Africa. So we attended it, and I met somebody who was watching us on my Media Prime, and he told me that one of the days I spoke about my vision book, he took it upon himself to write his vision book. And so when I just came outside, he was greeting me and everything, and he said he has written his vision book, and he said he didn't know he was going to see me, so he gave it to, I think I called Mr. BUJI, that he has given his vision book to Mr. BUJI. And I was looking at him, I was like, okay, wow, so some people are actually watching us, and they are taking actions that are measurable. And he says that what he wants is, let's read that book, all of us, and let Mr. Teke visa it, tell him that it's good for him to go. These are goals he's setting, and he says that he told me that the billionaire mindset is his manual for those goals, and he's ready to achieve them because he has set his life objectives. Those are one of the things we'll be getting tomorrow. And not just that, amazing news is, you know, all through this today, I've been saying BMC. It's really, that's what it's doing to me. The conference has what it's doing to me, because I know the testimony of the billionaire mindset in my life. Personally, you don't want to see me back then. So tomorrow we're going to be having some amazing people. We're going to be having some special guests that we'll be meeting. We're going to be having Mr. Abba Abdurrahman, the divisional officer of Boya. We'll have Mr. Roland Clement. We're going to have Madame Sendo Mofo. We're going to have Professor Enes Molua, Mr. Ade Mawa, the Chief of Cabinet. We're going to have Chief Mrs. Peter, the Mayor of Tico. There's a lot of them. You're going to meet all these people you've been seeing. Mr. Nigel, most of them you've just been seeing. You've never. Mr. Leo will be there. He's one of our big invitees, a big VIP guest. He's going to be there. We're going to meet Mr. KUM Samuel. There's if I start calling their names, there are about 20 of them. We just carefully went right. We just picked them, select them. They'll come and sit down. And this is one thing you've never known. People don't know this thing. When we meet for personal development programs, all these guys, they have a way they behave. Everybody just they are friendly. So when you come tomorrow, you see these numbers, add these successful people to your contact list. At least when they want to talk, take selfie with them, put on your status, say chilling with.
Hi, Mr. Leo. It's Kalis Choka writing from Yaoundé. Personal development helps you gain self-esteem, leadership skills, and positive behavior in life and in business. Never stop benchmarking from those who are succeeding in the field that interests you. I wish I could be in one of the TEKE Global's program. Good work, Mr. Liu. Kalis Choka, get well soonest. I know you're not too well in Yaoundé, so that you can join in the next edition. Maybe TEKE Global is going to be organizing something in Yaoundé so that you can participate. Okay. Hi, Mr. Liu. 1G watching from Canada. I'm the TEKE Global investor Mr. BUJI was referring to. I was very impressed at his customer service when I called to create my account. Cameroon is on a positive path. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Leo. Please, the government should stop deceiving Cameroonians. Okay. I am solution staff from Yaoundé. Okay. I don't know. We are not talking about the government. Yeah. There are no government ministers on this platform. We are talking about Cameroonians. Good evening. I'm Clovet Chair from Yaoundé Elever. I've been following your program for a while now, but it annoys me because I guess the Anglophone crisis has come to an end. So far, peace has been in our country now. I suggest we should thank God for our lives and dedicate the souls of our most brothers to God. Okay, Cameroon is the best. You say Cameroon is the best country so far in Africa. Please let the Cameroonians do something along the side the government. Yes, all of us need to work at our individual levels. Okay. My name is Abdul Karim. I'm in Douala, and I wish to know where the seminar is taking place in Douala. Okay, the seminar is going to take place at Hotel Prince de Galles, Aqua. It starts at 9 a.m. So if you want to be part, you call us this night or very early in the morning to book a place. Pass is 10,000. That 10,000 you are buying a copy of the Billionaire's Mindset, which is sold at 5,000 francs. So the pass is 5,000 francs. So we are expecting you tomorrow, Abdul Karim. Good evening, Mr. Liu. Please, how can one get a copy of the Billionaire Mindset book without attending the conference? Pierre is writing from Douala. Just call us. We'll tell you where you can get it. Good evening, Mr. Liu and the panelists. I have blessed God for this program. I want to ask, if someone is unable to attend the program but needs the book, how much would it cost, especially if he's out of Douala? Cedric Kepsu is writing from Yaoundé. I'm sure the books are in Yaoundé now. Just call us. We'll direct you where you can get the books in Yaoundé. Please, where is your office of entrepreneurship in Bamenda? Call us. We're going to direct you to where you can get information about it. Good evening, Alaji Leo. I'm enjoying your outfits. I'm also enjoying the program. More praise. I'm BBK, writing from Kribi. Good evening to you. BBK, Mr. Teke Samuel, we are ending the program with you. Any other surprise for those who are going to be taking part in the program? And is there going to be any follow-up after that? Okay, Mr. Teke is not there. Is there going to be follow-up for those who are going to be taking part tomorrow?
Yes, there's going to be a follow-up. That's why we have a Google form that people have been filling all this while, for us to have their information. So we want to know how we can help you, even after the event, how we can come in and see how to further push what we're doing together. Because it's not just about, we're not concerned about you just coming, but we're also concerned about what you're going to benefit, what the change the conference is going to create after today, the impact is going to create, the mindset that is going to build in you. We're concerned about that. So there's going to be follow-up after that, trust me. And you enjoy hanging around the tech society. You enjoy hanging around the text group.
Okay.
Hang around us. Okay.
Hello to you all. Please, how can I get the Billionaire's Mindset? Call the numbers on the screen. The two numbers, you are going to have it. Just call us. We'll direct you. Good evening, sir. I don't know why Cameroonians in particular are so selfish and want to deceive their fellow brothers and sisters. Please stop deceiving Cameroonians, because you just want to be rich by using the people. Okay. If you are selfish, not everybody is selfish. Hi, Mr. Liu. It's Clotilde writing from Bonaberry. Can't wait to be there tomorrow. Because meeting big people is doing big things as well. Also, do you need any pass to be there? Yes, you need to pay 10,000 francs. When you pay 10,000 francs, you're going to have a copy of the Billionaire's Mindset. The topic of today is really impacting. I'm Clovet Chair from Yaoundé. My contribution is this message should mostly be to the youth, okay? I'm sure many young persons are watching it and not watching telenovelas. We're out of time. We have to say thank you to you, Mr. Paul, for coming.
Thank you so much, Mr. Leo. Thank you so much to our televiewers. Let's meet tomorrow at Aqua Hotel Prince Egal, 9 a.m. I'll be there.
Okay. Miss L, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Mr. Leo. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. I want to take a selfie with you to appreciate you for always watching our programs. So I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you too, Mr. BUJI.
Thank you, Mr. Leo. As Miles Monroe says, it is better not to be alive than to be alive and don't know the reason why you are alive. So tomorrow is an opportunity where you will definitely discover why you are alive. I'm excited to see you there. Definitely, we are going to. It's a journey together.
Okay, we want to thank you all who took time off to watch the program. Take the rendezvous tomorrow at Hotel Prince de Galles out here in Douala, Cameroon's economic capital, Aqua, precisely, to be part of this wonderful, mind-blowing event. We want to thank the production team, Eli and Desmond, and the guys at the broadcasting. We equally want to say thank you to you, Tambe Bryant, who is supervising the work we do out there. Stay blessed.